Hello everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you're having an amazing day. We're going to take another look here at Terra Luna. Got a lot of requests for this one, so I'll just go ahead and do my best to cover this, but I'll be honest with you. There's not a lot of data that we're going to be able to use to kind of extract and understand roughly where it's going to go from here. We can look at previous, support and resistance levels from its initial, ICO time frame, but it's going to be it's not going to be super precise. Just based on the data that we have recently is so much higher than where we're at presently. This is almost uncharted territory. All right, so that being said, not a financial advisor. Hope you can learn something here today. My goal is to teach you to become a better trader. So hopefully you can learn best practice, big picture. And ultimately, of course, if you want to become a better trader yourself too, consider joining my Trading Academy community and Signal group. I have over 200 members presently, and it's really awesome to be able to just learn and grow together. We had a roundtable discussion yesterday, went very well. Love to get to know my members and obviously help you become better. That being said, here's where we're at. So obviously on the monthly, we can see a pretty significant stark reality. The last few days have been pretty rough. No surprise there. All right. And of course, if you didn't already know, the UST depegged and pretty much a lot of liquidation occurred, and then it caused the price to kind of get thrown out of whack. And then, of course, everyone starts selling their Luna. There's a handful of things happen, and it causes the actual UST, a stable coin, to effectively no longer be associated with $1. It's worth 50 cents now. So if you had $1,000 in your UST account, it's now worth 500. So those are little things that are unfortunate, but it's kind of the main reason why. That's the fundamental catalyst, you could say. It's not because Terra Luna is garbage or whatever you might use to describe it at this point based on its performance. The technical analysis essentially is a completely different animal. All right. So that being said, let's go ahead and take a look, see if we can go ahead and zoom back out. Let's go with the 4 hour. That should give us enough data. So we look back here, of course. Let's go ahead and focus on just say that the time in which it spent the most amount of time here, right in the price range of about what, $5.50. Okay. So the most amount of volume from February of last year up until August of last year, as a rough estimate, we're looking at, in that 6-month time frame, $5.83. So that will likely be a resistance level right now. Okay, so what we could do is just go ahead and draw out a line at 583 and kind of see what that tells us. Okay, we'll go ahead and stretch that out a little further here. And what we'll do is we'll just get a little more precise here. 583. So that being said, taking a look here, and I think it's an interesting coincidence, but I feel like it wicked up to that level already. So if we take a quick peek here today, you can kind of see in the last X amount of hours, look at that. Price got rejected out right at 583, or 589, 590 to be more precise. But as we can tell, based on the volume profile from before, 583 was a very strong support channel, all right, or a support level. That being said, we can probably expect that to be a strong resistance level moving forward. It's proven to be that so far one time, and we'll see here perhaps soon. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if we get that retested to see if it works and holds as a resistance level. So if you were to have a profit target, 550 would probably be more appropriate than $6, all right? Again, depends on the overall position size and obviously when you got in. I woke up this morning, saw 90 cents for Luna. I went ahead and bought a few hundred. So just be honest with you, I bought a few to average my position down because I was averaging about 52 before. Now I'm somewhere in the range of $3, but on the same accord, the price is jumping all over the place right now. So we just got to be kind of cautious and careful and not, not get too crazy. I'll admit, I don't normally gamble very often, but I believe Terra Luna has very good fundamentals even still, and long-term big picture that should be okay. Will it be as good as it was recently? Probably not for a while, if ever. We never truly know. But generally speaking, it's hard to bounce back from things like this, but on the same accord, there's definitely some value here still as well. So it was the main reason why I did it, because I've previously been invested in Luna, and I do like it. That being said, let's go ahead and look at one last thing here. We did mark the resistance level, but let's see if there's any supports back here as well. So we're looking at the 4 hour. You can see that the price spent the most amount of time before it started to increase in January, right in the range of, all the way down from 9 upwards of about $1.50. So, we could kind of average that out to just say roughly $1 as a close approximate. Because again, it's hard to get a specific exact reading, but if you see here that the volume profile is telling us roughly an average of about 70 cents. So somewhere between 70 and $1 would probably be a support level, and we can already kind of see that had happened today. If we look at the 1 minute from the current time frame, we can see the lowest it went was right around 70 cents. So it hit its lowest point at 70. So that kind of confirms the fact that our previous volume profile, it spent the most amount of time at 70 cents before, is currently the average low at this point. So we shouldn't anticipate the price coming any lower than that. All right, so the next thing we want to probably take a look at is Fibonacci retracement and just kind of see, in general, if this were to continue to ascend upwards, what potential do we have and where are the support and resistance levels? Well, traditionally speaking, when you have a retracement of this magnitude, oftentimes these Fibonacci retracement levels can be very difficult to read, or just more so not super consistent because it's still testing the water, still figuring things out. But generally speaking, 0.5 and 0.382 are the two areas that you'll probably find the most amount of support, or just more so the price will likely average out in that range when it comes to an extreme high and extreme low. So that being said, we probably would anticipate the price to range between 280 upwards of just say 330 for perhaps the next few hours. Once again, not a lot of data to really utilize and understand. All we can kind of go on is the key level supports and resistances. We know it's going to range between 70 cents and $5.83, or 5.90 is a round number. So generally speaking, if you understand that and kind of think about that, if in most cases when you have extreme circumstances, they'll commonly average out right in the middle or just below. And that does put us once again around, just say round number 250 to 350. We'll just go ahead and speak in round numbers here. I think we might see the price average out between 250 to 350 and obviously take it from there. But there's not truly enough data here to kind of understand a specific trend. We can see the high, we can see the low, and we just kind of got to work within that. So, the best practice for this situation is to probably wait on the sidelines depending on your overall position size. Majority of folks that are in Luna right now are probably averaged much higher than the current price point. And that's pretty standard, that's normal, and it's not terrible. I know it's unfortunate the overall sense of things, but in general there is potential for Luna to come back up. But once again, right now we can see an immediate shelf right at the $6 mark, or just say 5.90. And we need to kind of understand and respect the fact that it might have significant trouble breaking through that level, just based on the fact that that was a pretty strong support channel for quite some time. So once again, February through March, basically all of February in 2021, the price averaged 583. It came up, of course, to 22, inevitably came back down to support that level at 590 or 583, and then inevitably increased in value and hadn't come back down since. All right. So again, if history were to repeat itself, it'll probably work within the range of 70 cents to $5.83 for some time. All right. I wouldn't expect the price to just kind of just shoot straight back up. Perhaps there might be some fundamental catalyst that'll cause that. I know they're working really hard on getting this figured out, but between now and then, we kind of got to just relax, take it easy, and work with what we've got so far. Not a lot of data. We can review this again here tomorrow, of course. I'll probably get a lot more requests as well. But in general, that's what we're looking at for the moment. So I would set a profit target if you were to, at like $5.50 instead of $6, because that was my initial my initial target was $6. It didn't get filled there, but now that I look at those key level resistances, you can see that we probably will have some trouble getting past 583. So why not set your profit target to a level that's just below that? I'm not telling you to sell everything. It really depends on your overall situation, your risk tolerance, but 550 would be a good profit target to shoot for if the price were to come back up to that range, right? And obviously, maybe add to your position if you consider long-term potential here for Terra Luna. I do think it'll recover, but it will not be the same as it was before. There's always going to be that shadow of a doubt. But for lack of better terms, there's still potential. Again, just throwing it out there. Really just depends. Everyone has their own perspective and their own thoughts on that too, and it's perfectly fine. We're entitled to our own opinions. Feel free to comment below if you have insight on this. What are your thoughts? What do you feel? Is this something that you really want to steer away from? Just get out and take your loss, or you think long term it's going to recover? Really, again, a lot of different folks have different thoughts and that's perfectly fine. So feel free to share that if you want. If you do want to become a better trader, CryptoCache.tech is a site, link in the description below. I do look forward to working with you. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Really appreciate your time. We'll see you soon.